I returned to Cuba to visit my family since they all live there and I live in Spain. And also to say goodbye to some of them. This time I went to my city, Matanzas. I'm from here and well, I just want to tell you a little bit about a day with me and how life is here. Hi, how are you? And welcome back to my channel. I'm Anita Mateo, I'm Cuban, I live in Galicia, Spain, but I'm in Cuba making a series of videos here because I'm back. This is the third time I've come back, this time to say goodbye to my family because part of them are going to emigrate to another country, and that's why I decided to come. In fact, I don't know when I'll come back again because the experiences of returning to my country are quite bittersweet. And if you don't believe me, just watch the previous videos. Today, I'm actually in my city in Matanzas. Matanzas is my city where I started making videos. If this background looks familiar, it's because everything began here in Matanzas when I was renting. After I finished university here while I was doing my social service, one day I woke up and said I don't like my life. I'll start making videos about my reality to see if I can escape this. And that's how many of you got to know me, making videos from here. In fact, I used this background so many times, and today I'm going to take a look at how my city is doing, what life is like here, how things are now, everything. And the places I used to visit, I almost always want to go back to them. So, well, subscribe, like, and all those things that are super important for this channel to keep growing. So, let's see how my city is doing. Matanzas today, well, we're going to spend a day with me, see what I'll be doing. I came here today. I'm staying in Varadero, which is an important tourist spot, because in Varadero the electricity usually doesn't go out, although yesterday the power did go out. But now, well, I came to Matanzas, I came to see my dad. My dad lives here in the city, and I'm going to spend the day with them, have lunch here, and see how everything is going. So, well, it's lunchtime now, so let's get something to eat and see what we can find to eat around here, how much things cost, and how life is right now. This place is a very beautiful part of my city. Matanzas, where the whole city facade is pretty well maintained. But then you go into the neighborhoods, a bit more into where people actually live and everything. It's really sad. The way it is, it's pretty neglected, and it makes me really sad because my city is a very beautiful city, at least for me. It's one of Cuba's most beautiful cities, but like much here, it's neglected due to the country's problems. But well, anyway, it makes me really happy to be here. I feel at home. It's my home, even though it's no longer my home. A lot of nostalgia. Now, editing these videos from my trip to Cuba, I've realized how much going to Cuba coming back affects me. How much does moving abroad and changing your life and routine affect you? I think it's one of the most exciting yet hardest experiences you can have. Leaving Cuba and starting my life in Spain gave me so many opportunities, more than I ever imagined. But there have also been times when I have felt very lonely. You're far from everything you know, and you have to adapt to a new environment. You also need support to adapt to those changes. In my case, many times I felt quite alone without anyone to talk to about many of my problems, and that's what made me reconsider. Maybe what's healthy about going to therapy is that taking care of your mental health is just as important as taking care of your physical health. I started by going on walks in nature, exercising, running, walking my pet, and cooking. I have many things that feel like therapy to me. But I think talking about your problems, expressing them with someone who is a professional, is also very helpful. I feel so nostalgic you can't imagine how much editing these videos and remembering those days. Since it was only a week, it was brief, but I really enjoyed time with my family, even though the country's situation wasn't fully settled. Honestly, and that overwhelmed me a little, but I focused on enjoying the moments with my family. And I think this trip affected me much more than the others on a personal level. Because the country's getting worse every day. It's true that I haven't been gone for 10 years. I left only 3 years ago, but every time I go back, you can't imagine how much things change. Things in Cuba change daily, prices rise constantly, and new measures keep coming, making you wonder how it's possible, since everything just seems to get worse. And that's why every time I go, it really affects my emotions, my return here. It's like I say, wow, how privileged, how lucky I am. And how many people in Cuba are having such a hard time, and honestly, that really affects me. Well, I'm going to keep editing this little video and I hope you enjoy it. Well, here we are in Narvaez, which is like the area where there's more life, so to speak, in Matanzas. There are bars, there are businesses, there are places to eat, and we're looking for something good to have for lunch here. This is still pretty much the same as when well, it's not like I came here a long time ago, although things do change drastically from one day to the next. I don't know if you can hear those noises, it's the plants from the places that have plants set up. What Amanda mentioned about you not being able to be in those places due to the noise is true. There's a lot of noise because of the plant groups. Be careful to make sure the places have electricity because here the electricity goes out a lot. The businesses here set up things to have electricity so they can operate. But I don't know if you notice how loud the noise is. It's like you're eating with that noise all the time. This area is super beautiful. I love it. There are a lot of new bars actually that have opened. I didn't know them. For example, these are new. These weren't here last year when I came. This is the Ria bar. This one is new. There are quite a few food options, honestly. And the prices you can see are much cheaper than in Varadero. In Varadero, everything is more expensive. Here in Matanzas, it's cheaper. Well, we've already ordered, and for example, they give you a menu, but I was going to order something and they didn't have it, and every time I tried to order something here, they didn't have it. It's something normal that usually happens here, that half of the things on the menu just aren't available. So I wanted to order shrimp, but they didn't have it, and I was going to order ropa vieja, the classic. But it's okay, let's see how the food is. Prices are much cheaper than in Varadero, honestly. I'm not sure about the food quality yet, but I'll show you soon. We wanted to order some croquettes, but there weren't any croquettes either, so we have to order what's available, not what we want, but it's okay, we'll just go with the flow. And it's things like this, the view, it's very beautiful, the sound, the atmosphere, the plants. This is something new because the last time I came to Cuba, there wasn't this noise. The places didn't have it, they've had to add it so they can work. Exactly, they've put this in just now because they realized the power wasn't coming back and they generate their own electricity so they can keep selling. Well, for starters, since there weren't any croquettes, what we ordered were some stuffed tostones, which is this green plantain stuffed with, I guess, ham and cheese. Let's try it and see how it is. It has like a paste inside and cheese. And well, here we are. There's Pepsi, there's Cola, there are all those things. I don't know where they get them from. Where does it say they get it from? Okay, this one comes from Mexico City. I mean, everything consumed here in Cuba is imported and things are super expensive. Yes, and many things from the United States come here too. And well, this is the food I ordered. First, I wanted to order shrimp, but since there wasn't any, I ordered this, which is fish, and it must be needlefish. And the portions come with rice and beans, fried plantains, and seasonal salad. I think this dish costs about 2,000, almost 3,000 pesos. I didn't really check the price, but it's pretty good. I don't think it's bad, and it looks delicious. Let's try it and see how it is. Let's try the fish and see. It's delicious. Let's see if it works. Careful, because a dish like this costs 2,000, almost 3,000 pesos, which is more than half of a monthly salary. That's just how things are in Cuba. I mean, going out to eat, doing what I'm doing, and bringing my family out to eat. This is a luxury for them. It's not something they can do every weekend. Maybe like in Spain where many people go out to eat and it's more normal. Right now, this is something that not all Cubans can do. And it's a luxury just to go out and have a plate of food like this in a bar, in a paladar, on a main street. Here was the bill. 41,000 pesos, I'll show you here. What that is in euros is crazy. And you might say, oh, Anita, but are you showing that there's food in Cuba? In some places, you do find food, but at prices that are impossible to pay. For someone who lives here in Cuba with a Cuban salary, it's impossible. A person in Cuba doesn't even make $10 here. I was counting the amount of money because I came from Spain. I spent a whole year saving to come and make sure my family could have a few different days. But it's not easy at all to face this situation. Here you can see a pharmacy that was completely empty for buying medicine in Cuba. Go to the informal market, the black market, and the streets are empty too. Everything is very sad. Well, my sandals broke. These are the ones I brought from Spain. Honestly, they're old and I've had them for a long time. And I'm looking. Here on Media Street, this is a street where the businesses are. Private shops, little stores. And that's it. Oh, now they've definitely broken. So my goal now is to see how hard it is to find shoes in Cuba and how much they'll cost me since mine are already broken. Well, I just asked if they have any sandals in size 37 and the woman said no, just like that. I don't know what to do. I'm going to have to walk barefoot. We came back now to see a passenger truck, which is the most affordable transportation and the one most people here from the town and from here to Varadero use. It was about 30 minutes because, well, here is the little house where we were staying this week. And well, today the sun finally came out. Today, yes, the beach is beautiful. Look at this. I mean, it's not beach season, but I couldn't leave here without seeing the beach. My mom is making lunch, and you'll soon see what I have. In Cuba, we call lunch almuerzo, but in Galicia, they say comer for meals. So when I'm here in Cuba, that's what we use. My mom likes to cook. She likes to do things around the house, so I let her spoil me a little bit, honestly. But look at how beautiful the beach is today. I mean, I wanted to come today because I said, well, finally the sun came out. Because if you've seen the previous videos, it's been super cloudy the whole time. The sea looked really bad. But look, today, I don't know if you can see it there. It's not like 100% summer like summer is here because it has all these seaweeds and things. This is like bad weather. It's not beach season. In the summer, this place is full of people. Right now, only tourists are swimming, honestly, but it's not bad at all. It's super beautiful, and I think today I will go for a swim. Let's see. And the water is warm. I mean, I live in Galicia, and in Galicia, the water is super extremely cold for someone from Cuba. Actually, this water is super extremely cold. But for me, it's like I've already gotten used to the climate in Galicia, which is very cold. I already feel that for me right now, it's summer, it's hot, and I think that... But all my family is over there staying inside. They're cold like this weather. No, and everything is full of algae. In summer it's completely different and really beautiful. Nothing like now. I'm surprised no one is there. Supposedly right now we would be in the high tourist season here, but there's no one, absolutely no one. I mean, yes, there are some people walking around, but I've also been told that the hotels are empty. I mean, I have an aunt who's currently staying at a hotel with a huge capacity and there are only 29 guests. I mean, the weather doesn't help either, but I don't know, it's like everything is really neglected. Here we are at the beach. I went in the water but got out quickly because it was too windy, the waves were strong, and hardly anyone is here. And something that surprises me is that here there aren't any flag warnings to tell you if you can go in or not, there aren't any lifeguards either, there's absolutely nothing. There aren't any little food stands around here, and if you're staying at a hotel, you can swim in the hotel's area. I don't know if people from outside can also go in, but they seem to be able to. They charge for those umbrellas over there, and honestly, they don't offer much. 2 tourists are arriving, but honestly, everything is neglected, especially considering this is supposed to be one of Cuba's most famous tourist towns. This place gets a lot of promotion and publicity. For example, from Spain, I sometimes see how they promote trips to Varadero and show it as this super beautiful beach. And yes, it's true that it's a beach. It looks like that, but I feel like things have really gone downhill. They've dropped a lot, like they don't put any effort or care into this. But well, what can you expect from a government like the Cuban one, this dictatorship? There's no maintenance for anything and the prices are crazy. Also, right now there aren't many services. Here we're on the corner of Floridita staying in a house, but we've tried to go to different places. It's like there's not much life, everything is pretty dull. What we are doing is knocking down coconuts. There are some palm trees here and they're knocking down coconuts so we can take some with us. This, yes, is free and we'll drink coconut water. Something that makes me really sad about the beaches here is that people have very little awareness about taking care of things. And you find soda cans everywhere, you know, people just don't pick up and put things away properly. It's just that all of this is full of trash. I don't know if they ever pick it up, but you also don't see a trash can for people to put things in. No, there's nothing else here. When you cross the street, you have to be careful because there are no crosswalks here, no traffic lights. So what you have to do is look both ways and cross when nothing is coming. Let's cross the street. This is in case it's empty. Right now, nothing is coming. Let's see, you don't have to literally run, but just in case something comes quickly, it's better to run. But well, that's how life is here. And well, now we're going to the house where we're staying, which is right here, at the end of this street on 51st Street in Varadero. Oh. It's delicious. Oh. It's so good, really delicious, it's sweet. I'll keep this trip in my heart because it was a whole week with almost all my family together. It's been a long time since I had an experience like this, but honestly, about coming back, I don't know when that will be. That's why I tried to enjoy every moment with my nieces and nephews who call me Aunt Laura, the aunt from Spain. But still, they don't usually see me, and I'm really afraid like they might not recognize me or not care about me enough, and I wanted them to have a great time. The next day, we went to the dolphinarium and took a ride on this panoramic bus, which had just raised its price 15 days before I arrived. Now it was insanely expensive. And yes, I'm a complainer because you have to complain because the situation in this country is unsustainable. I mean, my face, I would make that face when my family wasn't looking so they wouldn't see that I was complaining. I wanted to enjoy time with them, but things in this country, I hope everything changes soon.